Okay. All right. So this is Julian. Yeah, you know, Delilah always talks to people, asks them questions. Well, we're flipping that script right now. I don't have a burrito Monday or what? I don't know. I can't even think of a food for it.
Okay.
But let's just talk about something. 'Cause you've been on camera for years now talking to
Yes.
people about their lives, but they don't
have.
know a lot about you except for a short little insert. Now, I have a question for you that I've always wondered. This is going to be one of those questions, but I don't mind if you pause to answer first.
Okay.
So, if you had to give yourself the reason why you take things on, like head on, with no fear, what was the one thing that flipped that script for you?
Repeat the question one more time. Repeat it one more time.
Yeah,
I know the answer.
Okay, so
Okay.
I've known you for a person that you dive in, you're consistent,
Yeah.
you lean into anything you do. But that is a personality that is derived from somewhere inside you that says, this is what I have to do to get to this level here. So what is it that's pushed you there?
It's like a survival thing. It's like a survival in me. I know that I was created by God to do amazing things. Amazing. Like, I should not be here
So when did that happen?
since I was a little girl.
Okay.
I always knew that I was different. I knew that I was created differently and I was special. The things that I've had to endure in my life, again, I have yet to find someone like myself.
So when you say you're a little girl, you felt different, and a lot of us feel this
Can't
way.
believe I'm doing this.
A lot of us feel this way. We feel like, you know, and our parents tell us we're special, so that
Yeah.
happens. But what convinced you that it was real, that was true?
Just as things I've had to do. So, you know, Julian knows that I am a cancer survivor, right? I'm a cancer survivor. And that's more common. Like, everyone knows someone, either themselves, that have survived cancer or went through cancer. But I knew it from the time when I got burned. And you know that I was in a fire in 1984, and
How old were you?
I was 4 years old. It was summer of '84.
And do you remember that day? Like,
I remember, and I always found that strange, that I remember every single detail of that day, because I was placed in a coma, like an induced coma, so that they can take care of me. Anyone that's been severely burned,
Right.
X amount of their body, and I have third-degree burns in a really big percentage of my body, they get put in a coma because you have to treat them, and that's just one of the most horrific pains. But that day, yeah, I could walk you through the entire day.
What would you recall, any things going on in your head while you were in a coma or while you were healing that kind of convinced you that you're a fighter or survivor?
The amount of pain I had to endure. This was, again, 1984, so there wasn't technology the way there is currently in 2025. So so after they cleaned, like, I had to be bandaged up, right? And I'm burnt from like my thighs all the way up. And so I remember, in order for them to clean those burns, because that flesh was burnt and it smelled. It's a horrible smell. And I remember they would have to chain me, handcuff me to the bed. So they would chain my legs, my wrist to the bed, and they, whoever parent was on duty that day, they'd have to, tell them to leave, because it was horrible. It was a horrible sight to see your child being chained to a hospital bed, and they would strip me naked, and they would take this soap, and it was warm, and they would manually scrub off the dead flesh off me. Now it's done with technology
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
So, but that, yeah.
So now that you've come through that, that's a very painful experience. That has some impact on your ability to be strong. So do you see strength as a physical thing or a mental thing or both?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. I can imagine what a 4-year-old felt like, being able to feel that pain and not be able to escape the feeling
Yeah,
and
no.
being chained down.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
So, I mean, but you gave me a lot to think about, because I'm thinking about, we talked about how your strength and your ability to connect with people and your ability to interact with people, it's almost like it's a duality, because most people as strong as you aren't as personable as you. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm digging.
Okay.
I'm digging.
So it's like, it's like either they'll walk right past the people, but you know how to engage with people too. So,
Yeah.
So did you have that skill develop as a child, or was there somebody in your family that you looked up to that was very personable, or that you were able to leverage that kind of personality?
I mean, I was raised by my grandmother. She was very personable. She
Okay.
raised me in the church.
Okay.
So we had an amazing community through it all. Even though being raised in the projects of Chicago, I had an amazing childhood. I've told people, I've always felt loved. I've always felt loved. I knew as a child that I was loved and wanted every single day, without a shadow of a doubt.
Then that's where your confidence comes from. That's where it is. Because that love confirms your value for being here. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. My grandmother, the bestest. Like, she loved me immensely. But not only that, my mom loved me. I was the first, granddaughter. I was the first niece. So my aunt loved me. Like, my neighbors. Like, I just felt loved.
So, see, guys, you didn't know this about her, did you? Did you? I mean, this is why I had to ask, right? So now we know. So you learned a little bit about you. And, the good thing is...
We never talked about this?
Huh?
We never talked about this?
No. That's kind of the thing.
Okay.
I mean, you don't talk about these things, and I don't think people really know what you've been through, but also where your strength comes from. So it's a good story, and I think people can learn from that strength is both mental and physical, and it's also, hey, if you have kids, that feeling of love, that commitment and giving them that attention is really where confidence comes from. If you don't get it from your parents, then why would you feel you can get it from a stranger?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And I know that my two boys, and I tell them, I love them, and I show them in apart from verbiage, but I show them with action, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's one of the things about me. You want to know something about me? I don't give a crap what you say. I'm gonna look at what you do. Like, I want to see actions, right? You can say anything you want to say, but your actions will always back it up. And so I always back it up with actions. And my boys, EJ and Mateo, they know that I would absolutely lay down my life for them, and they are the loves of my life.
Yeah. And one's in the military. We talked about that. So
Yes.
It's awesome. Well, that's all I had. I just wanted to know more about you. I think people should know more about you and have a backstory and kind of understand where. And I won't even ask why tacos over burritos or enchiladas.
Listen, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, primo.
I just don't know. I mean, why tacos over?
Again, that's for another time.
Okay, all right.
But just stay in your lane. Well, I appreciate you making me feel uncomfortable.
Of course. That's my job.
Because this was not, we weren't supposed to do this, but he was like, let me ask you questions. And I was like, no, worry about yourself.
I did this. My voice dropped. I said, let me ask you questions. Exactly what I did. So, awesome.